What up, universe? It's me, Tiffany Alex, the creator and host of TIFF Mode, your podcast place for you to fill your fields, for you to hear others in their fields, and for you to hear me in my field, all unbothered, unjudged, and unapologetically. What up, universe? It's Tiffany Alex, and welcome to TIFF Mode, the podcast place for all of your feels. And I'm feeling it today because today is a Martin Luther King Day. Yes, today is 1/18/2021. This day happened a few years ago to where he allowed all of us to have a dream, to be all equal, and to be able to live our dream. And look at us now. We over here living within the world of 2021, even with everything that 2020 had to go through with us being in it. Hey, we're doing the best that we can today, and that's all that matters. So, speaking of Martin Luther King, I'm very appreciative, especially today, because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be allowed, especially me, to do what I'm doing today. And for that, I thank you, Martin. Wherever you are in the skies, I am truly appreciative of everything that you do. Thank you for leading us to greatness, even if we went through some hardships within our life. Thank you so much. Speaking of 2020, let's reflect on a lot of the stuff that went down. And I'm going to start off with something really hard-hitting, and I'm talking about my boy, the loss of Kobe Bean Bryant and his daughter Gigi. That touched a lot of people, especially me, and just for something as quick as that to happen, and then COVID hit, and then all these big celebrities just passing and people passing because of COVID. It's a lot to know that we went through all of that, but you as an individual should be very thankful that you made it through. You didn't let this stop you. This was one of the biggest pandemics that we went through for a lot of us millennials and ex-gens, and a lot of us people who this was our first big thing. And for elder generations, they thought that this was going to be the last thing that they ever see. Congratulate yourself on knowing that we made it through. 2020 has brought out a lot of hardships and a lot of triumphs just based off of the pandemic, based off of people not being able to work the way they want to work, all the jobs that were lost, all the colleges that didn't get to see new students, all the students who didn't get a regular graduation, all the lives that were lost. Be very thankful and grateful and proud of yourself for making it through. And with that, I had to reflect with myself and know that there was a lot of stuff that I had to change within 2020. The way I see people, the way I see myself, what it is that I want for myself. And with that, I had to look at the bigger picture. And I know now 2021 is going to be a lot different, even if we are in just day 18 of 2021. And with that being said, I'm going to be talking a little bit about this episode, what my changes will be within 2021, because 2020 was so hard for not just myself, but for a lot of us. So like I was saying, I'm going to be talking about a lot of changes that I'm going to be making within 2021, but I do need to reflect on the changes that I had to make for myself during 2020. And that's going to be as far as talking about the toxic that I had to get out of my life, and then the stuff that I had to reform and bond and recreate within my life. And then there's just the normal stuff that I had to fix within myself. And with all the toxic things that were happening in my life, I had to write a list down and allow myself to know that I had to get rid of these things, whether it was all at once or whether it was one at a time. I just knew that I had to get rid of it. And that just meant as far as unhealthy habits, unhealthy relationships with people, unhealthy ways of thinking, I had to get rid of it all. I had to do everything to end full relationships with friends that I had for 20 years plus, to revising my relationship with family members, to realizing that I may not ever work a normal job again. And that's all fine and dandy because I realized that I wanted to start doing my podcast. I wanted to start reforming relationships with people that I've lost track of and lost feelings for, and realized that they are better people in the world than all the people that you even tried to keep that are toxic. And it was a lot. It was heartbreaking for myself. Like I said, a friendship of 20 years I had to let go of. There was family members that I had to really think, and deep down I know I love them, but can I really tolerate and allow them to make my life a certain way just because of how they want me to be? I can't do that. Only because I know what it is that I want to be for myself and who I know I could be. I cannot be somebody that somebody else wants me to be. And that's as far as friendships and families and organizations and corporations. I personally couldn't do it. I had to let those toxic people go and know the people who are good for me stay, and rebuild that relationship. And for the people that I had to let go, I'm sorry, but it was best for me and you. And for the people that I am trying to rebuild relationships with, please forgive me for not doing the best that I could as far as my friendships and family members. I'm apologetic. I had to realize that I couldn't eat the way I was eating because of the unhealthy habits that it was causing myself. I chose to go the pescatarian route in August, and I've been trying very hard to stick with it since. The holiday season was probably the toughest season because just of all the good food that happens. I mean, think about it, Thanksgiving, Christmas, my mama's gumbo on New Year's Eve. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I caved in when it came to her gumbo just because it's so good. Shout out to you, mama. I love you. But to know that I couldn't just let the holiday season, let that be it as far as my eating habits, I had to get back structured and be disciplined and work out twice as hard. Even with the disability that I have, cerebral palsy, epilepsy, we talked about that in my last episode. It's a struggle, but it was something that Tiffany, myself, knew that I had to get back to and work just twice as hard. And know that if you backtrack or you mess up, you can always start again. Don't think that you can't, because you really can. And there's nothing wrong with that. But know that hard work and determination, you gonna get to the goal that you want to be, whether it's a mindset, a body set, a goal set. You will get there if you just really put your mind to it. And there's nothing wrong with setbacks. The thing about it is, if you don't get up, that's where you messed up at. And that's a real issue. So as I was letting y'all know, I've started the pescatarian life in August. And like I said, the holiday season was pretty much my tester between me and God on how strong I can be with it. And like I said, there was moments where I had a weakness, where I saw Christmas cookies and cupcakes and my mama's gumbo, and the hardest thing in the world was not being able to eat her greens. Like, I had to dang near force myself to either eat them or not eat them just because of the pork. And I'm saying this because pescatarian life, which is basically a diet of fish, veggies, and like a lot of non-dairy things, it's not for everybody. I didn't even think I would be able to get this far, but going so many months without eating a good bean burrito or a taco or a good slice of real pepperoni pizza, it's struggling. Like, it really is, but it's very beneficial for me just because of my disability, epilepsy, and cerebral palsy, that I maintain a healthy way of living. Just because of the way I walk and everything, it's very tough for me to stay comfortable with eating right and still craving those same cravings all at the same time. Pescatarian life, it's a real trip, but I'm adjusting and I love it, and it's my way of life for right now. My next biggest goal is getting rid of ranch. And I'm not even gonna front. That's hard, because just getting rid of dairy alone, it's just been a slow process for me. I am now onto almond milk instead of regular dairy milk. I've just learned about vegan cheese thanks to my brother and my sister, Brittany and KJ. It's been a real help. Thank y'all for just being as encouraging as y'all been within my last few months of doing this. And if I could recommend anything to y'all, just hit me up and I can do the best that I can to do so. And with that, 2021, I'm definitely going to try to do better. My new goal right now is actually drinking a gallon a day instead of trying to drink like juice or soda, or I've not been a coffee person for a long time, but I am sticking with teas and it's helping and I'm loving it right now. But water, it's been my best friend for the last 2 weeks. So I'm really working with that. And I'm starting to try new workout methods just because of my disability and everything. I'm trying to get the energy back within my hands and my feet, and it's a struggle, but I'm working towards it. I'm trying to do better within myself within 2021. I'm gonna be 30 at the end of the year. I'm hyped for that. I'm very excited for that. I plan on doing big things with my TV show or my podcast, whatever you would like to call it. And I'm just trying to be a better me for 2021. For the new entry of 30. I can't wait. I'm excited. There's a lot coming my way, and I hope there's a lot coming your guys' way. And shout out to Michelle Obama. She had a birthday yesterday, and all of the Obama family, actually. There was a lot of birthdays that happened within the Capricorn season. There was Martin Luther's on the 15th. There was Muhammad Ali yesterday. Jim Carrey yesterday. I heard Eartha Kitt had a birthday yesterday. R.I.P. Eartha Kitt. You are a true diva. So, Diva to Diva. Next week, we are going to be having a diva on our show. Y'all may know her as Eartha Britt on Instagram, but I know her as my sister. She's going to be talking about everything that she plans on doing in 2021 and also what she has done in 2020. Once again, her name is Eartha Britt on Instagram, so if you guys don't follow her, because she's the real one, y'all. She really is. And if you guys want to, you guys can catch me on my social media pages, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank y'all for tuning into TIFF Mode. And until next time, y'all continue to be in y'all field and expressing those fields. Have a good one.